Hello, I'm Kaustubh Kulkarni and I'm gonna present today the learning analytics of the online course from Newcastle University. So this presentation is about the learning analytics on the massive open online course about cybersecurity, which is provided by Newcastle University and on the platform provided by FutureLearn. The dataset is provided by FutureLearn, and also the method I'm going to use for the analysis is CRISP DM cycles. So the tools used in this analysis are RStudio for data analysis, R libraries like Project Template for project creation, DPLYR for data processing, and ggplot for visualization. Also going to use Git for tracking the commits of each step. So first cycle is based on the demographic analysis of the learners. In this, our objective is to give the overview of the audience to the provider and also to show the background and demographic profiling of the learners. Basically, it means like what kind of audience is participating in the course, and what kind. And our another objective is to target the audience which is left out from the engagement in the course. Also, to understand the trends and popularity of the course across all runs. Our research question formed from the objectives can be: what are the general demographics of learners participating in the course? So to understand the data set is provided by FutureLearn. For this analysis, I'm going to use the enrollment data, which has the demographic information of the learners, also the timestamps and education level and employment details. Each learner is assisted with the unique learner ID. So by judging the data quality, the data is kind of inconsistent. It has missing and unknown values, and also the timestamps are in wrong formats. But we are going to process this data by performing data cleaning steps. First, I'll do data preparation in the pre-processing script in Munch folder. I have selected the data, imported it from CSV files into data frames. I've also done the data integration by adding run number to each row and number of total learners in each run. After integration can be seen here in this table. Next, as this data is not cleaned yet, in the next step I'll perform the data cleaning. So in data cleaning, I have filtered out the null values, missing values, and also dropped the columns which are not relevant to our analysis. And after data cleaning, we can see the first few rows of the data which look like this. Next, the first analysis I've carried out is about the number of learners in each run. So from this, we can take the insight that the number of learners is decreasing in each run. And the solution for this would be to find out what is the reason for the less engagement of the learners in the course. Next analysis I've carried out is the number of learners according to the gender. As we can see, the male learners were quite high in the first few runs, but as we go further, the number of male and female learners is quite matched in the latest runs. The solution would be to maintain these numbers and to avoid increasing the gap between the gender of the learners in future runs. Next analysis I've done is based on the age ranges of the learners. So as we can see that in the latest runs, the age number of 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, and 46 to 55 is quite similar to each other, but the older audience has been decreased over the runs. So as my solution would be to increase the engagement of the older audience too. So in next analysis, done I have taken top 5 countries from each run and show the learner count of learners for based on the countries. So as we can see, the engagement of British learners is most in each run. My suggestion for the providers would be to reach out more international audience, increase their engagement in the course. So we'll do the evaluation of our analysis. So based by recalling our business objectives, we can say that we have achieved all of them, introduced the background of learners to the provider, described the data quality, done exploratory data analysis based on demographic parameters, given insights, answered to our research question to a greater extent. Why would I say greater extent? Because there's one thing we have to tackle in our next cycle, that is the engagement of the learners. So now in the next cycle, we'll be focusing on the engagement analysis of the data of the learners. So first, the business objectives for this analysis would be to find out the reasons which are affecting the engagement of the learners, the parameters which are impacting the engagement, and also to give solutions for the same. So based on the objectives, we can figure out the question as why learners are leaving the course in the middle and what factors are affecting them to take this decision. First, we'll understand the data. I have used the same enrollment data from the last cycle, and also I've introduced a new data, which is the learning survey response data, which has the information about learners who have left the course. It contains columns like uh, reasons about why learners have left the course and information about the last completed sessions of the course, and also when did the learners left. Each learner is also assisted with a unique learner ID in this dataset. So the data quality of this data is inconsistent. It also has empty files in the initial runs, and it also has missing and unknown values, and also the timestamps for the also the timestamps are in wrong format. So next, to prepare the data, I have done the pre-processing in the pre-processing script in Munch folder. First, I have imported the data from CSV files into data frames, and then I have done the integration using the run number at each row. So I have shown the number of learners who left the course from each run. Next, I have performed data cleaning, which involves excluding the empty files of the initial runs and also dropping the irrelevant columns such as the reason other, which has no relevant, which is not relevant to our analysis. Now, the data analysis of the reasons why learners have left the course can be seen here. From this, we can figure out that most of the learners have left the course because they did not get enough time to access the course, and we can see this in the latest runs here. So my solution would be to provide more time flexibility to the learners, or the providers can alter the course content to make it shorter, or the best solution provided by me would be to let the learners create their own paths, like if they want to involve in only tests and quizzes, or they want to study a specific topics from the courses, etc. So the next analysis I have carried out is based on the employment status of the learners, which I think might have an impact on why learners don't get enough time to access the course. So as we can see, most of the learners in each run are working full time. So the learners working full time might not get enough time to engage in the course. So that might have an impact on the engagement. Hence, the solution provided by me would be to make the course more flexible so that all kinds of learners can remain engaged. To evaluate the cycle, we can see that we have completed the business objectives, explain the reasons for less engagement for of the learners, also describe the data quality, and done EDA on the reasons and factors affecting the engagement of the course. And also we have given insights for each trend and answered our question to a greater extent. So to summarize, we can say that uh, in this research, I have explained the demographic and engagement analysis of the learners to the provider. and I have also achieved the business objectives mentioned, and also I have met the success criteria. And the analysis done in this will help providers to decide on which areas to focus more. And overall, I would suggest the providers to reach for a wider and diverse audience, and also to increase the engagement, provide more flexibility to the learners. Thank you.